So hey guys, one more time today. So the second panel will be even more exciting than the first one because we're actually shooting the second time today already.
All the day.
Yeah, a couple of people you've seen already actually today, and we have a new guest. We have Mohammad, who is one of the most well-known experts in real estate and real estate doctor. So we actually super grateful to have us here today, and the old guest, Alex. The real estate nerd. So that's his actual nickname. So we have like
IT guy.
the doctor, yeah, VS IT guy today. So hopefully this will enable us to get even more insights on Dubai real estate market and real estate actually scene to cover today. So yeah, thank you guys for coming one more time.
It's a pleasure to be with you, gents.
Yeah, that's great. So. Just to start the talk about the real estate market in Dubai. So the last year was super exciting. You know, like all the major developers and realtors, they had large parties in the end of December and January, celebrating like the greatest sales for the previous year. So what do you think? How will Dubai real estate market will perform this year, maybe next year, in terms of the volume of the market, the price?
Can I add a little bit?
Yeah.
Real estate market in Dubai is a bubble. What do you think?
Is it a bubble? So actually, what the most people, a lot of people are interested in, like, do you think is it a bubble or not?
It's a fair question, and that question is being asked a lot, particularly recently. Because in general, people looking at the recent trends, when I say recent, last 20 years.
Yep.
When the 2008 crisis happened, 2014, and people are assuming that because of the conventional economic patterns where there are ups and downs in the real estate markets worldwide, that's another up, and only a down is deemed to happen after that.
Okay.
I have a completely different perspective to that. And I'm gonna prove this actually tonight. Dubai is now reaching a new stage in real estate and economy.
Okay.
It's becoming more and more a stable economy. Compare it to cities like Paris, London, Singapore, where the value of real estate properties is way higher than Dubai. Forget about those cities. Even look at the region. Look at Beirut. I'm Lebanese, I come from Beirut.
Okay.
I cannot understand by any logic how come the price of square meter of real estate in Beirut in some areas is higher than Dubai.
Really?
There's no logic.
That's the case?
Yeah. There's no.
Even now?
Even now. Even with all the economic situation that's very bad, devaluation of currency.
There was war, etc. in the country.
Almost.
Yeah.
You could find easily in many high-end areas, $3,500, $4,000, up to $5,000 per square meter.
That's really unexpected.
Very expensive compared to here. Now, people that just look at the market from a numbers perspective, miss a lot on the urban growth. The urban growth is a major factor in determining value in cities. Whenever the city starts growing and the land becomes rare, that's when the value of real estate properties are only deemed to go up. 2008, 2014, we had the crisis because the land wasn't rare at that point in time. Look at today. Premium in general in Dubai is driven categorically by two major components, water and golf courses.
Okay.
Lands on water are becoming very, very, very rare. Whether that's in Palm Jumeirah, Dubai Harbor, Dubai Water Canal. Look at any place where you have water and you're gonna have scarcity of land.
For sure.
Second, golf courses. When was the last time we have seen a golf course being launched in Dubai? More than 10 years. Why? Because developing golf courses is very expensive. At minimum, you're going to need somewhere between 120 million to 150 million dirham to develop an 8-hole golf course, which adds a lot to the development cost. And that's why over the last 10 years, people are developing less and less of those golf courses, which is good, by the way, for the market.
But it's like 15 already of them in Dubai or something like that.
Yes. Now, there is a technical issues related to that. We'll talk about it later. But to focus on the topic, prime land is becoming more rare, and that's why the value of real estate properties are going up and will continue to go up. And because Dubai reaching a level of saturation that's similar to London, to Paris, to Singapore. Now what we are seeing is not an increase in the real estate value, it's actually a rectification of prices in Dubai.
Interesting.
And that's why you will only see the value of properties going up from here onwards. Obviously it's going to stabilize at some point in time, but if you think that let me wait for the downturn, I'm going to buy then and the market's going to go up, you are missing a lot. Because the prices that you've seen in 2020 during COVID, you're never going to see it ever again in Dubai.
So now it's justified and fair from your point of view. I mean, like prices. The prices are pretty fair.
100%. Look at the lifestyle in Dubai. Look around you, go around in the city. Entertainment, safety, lifestyle, F&B offering that's second to none. Any entertainment hub worldwide, you will see a branch for it. Education, whether that's for schools, for universities. What else would you require to have a quality lifestyle? That's what you need. And that's why whenever there's a crisis anywhere in the world, anywhere, Dubai will be the first runaway. People will start investing here because they know it's safe and they know that the lifestyle here is something that they look for.
And so what do you think
Can I
about
ask you
like
a question?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
What do you think about the areas that grew like 60% in prices this year? It's still like could be growing. It could grow,
Most of those areas
which
that
ones?
like Dubai Hills, for example. It grew like 57% last year. Palm, Jumeirah, one bedroom grew like 70% in prices last year. Dubai Marina, all of this. What do you think about it?
That brings me back to what just said like a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
How many empty plots you still have in Palm Jumeirah? How many empty plots you still have in Marina? How many empty plots you still have in Dubai Hills?
Close
On
to
the
zero,
Gulf,
yeah.
to be more accurate, on the Gulf. Because in the back you will find, but on the Gulf. And the highest increase in property value is only for prime locations. Locations that are not premium, they're getting also the share of increase, but the 60 and 70% increase of value happened in those prime locations. And I believe it will still keep going up at least for 2023 and 2024.
By the way, we saw a huge correlation between Russian crisis and growing of this location. So like Dubai Hills, Palm, and Dubai Marina.
So actually this year we will see if it's sustainable or if it's just only short-term effect actually of those.
So it's gonna be, we're gonna see it's really sustainable or it's just reputation, because when people come to Dubai, they just know several locations. They know downtown, Marina, Dubai Hills now, because a lot of Russians now there, and Palm. So they just see the map and say, okay, I'm gonna buy there. So that's what happened with demand.
Yeah, but there's one more factor that it's worth to talk about. Actually, that happened today. In China, they relaxed the travel
the COVID
constraints
rules,
after COVID for the first time. You know what this means? Imagine now you have a lot of demand, part of it from Russia and Ukraine, and add to that the Chinese factor.
Which is a backup actually from the couple years.
What you will see now in Dubai's real estate market 2023, I think it's going to be something historic. We are lucky to witness it.
Okay.
And I don't believe we're going to have the opportunity to witness it ever again during our lifespan.
Yeah.
So really like tsunami from China, something like that.
You will see.
And what do you think, like which areas or which projects or like which type of properties those guys will be interested in? Like,
look, I have pretty much experience in the Chinese market and the Chinese preference. They like to be close to the city center. So anything close to the city center, they like it. They're more into apartments. They buy villas but less. And they like anything that's on the water and premium.
Okay.
Which is dangerously coinciding with what the Russians like. So that's why you will see that exactly the areas that you just referred to, like Business Bay, like Palm Jumeirah, like Marina, prices are only deemed to go up in those areas.
Oh my God, that's a scary projection actually.
Let's see.
We're witnessing another conflict in the developers' offices. So you see that
it's going to be sales in minutes, like in seconds soon.
yeah, because that's interesting. Because I was going to ask actually, which maybe groups of buyers will be new to the market, or how the structure of the market in terms of buyers from which countries or maybe which types will change in Dubai this maybe or next year? So you just told us that Chinese probably will be a huge power here.
Chinese, already the Russians and Ukrainians are big players in the market. You have a lot of French investors coming to Dubai. Obviously, India is one of the big countries that's high in investing in Dubai. And of course, the Arab region is always a classic in Dubai's market. But there is something very, very interesting that I've seen with the profiling of buyers. Forget the nationality on the side. Like, look at the payment plans and the escrow account requirements.
Yep.
So you see a lot of constraints being put, and buying a property, it's becoming more focused on people that are heavy in cash. They have the ability to complete the full unit value even if they're buying off plan. Like, not even a single launch that happened for the last 2 years that has a post-handover payment plan among the big developers, of course.
Yep.
You would see aggressive payment plans that are aggressive as 80-20 easily across the market. That's becoming common, more and more common. Why? Because developers are in a stronger position and they want to make sure there are no defaults, which is very healthy to the market. So you would see only serious buyers, end users or investors are buying, which will safeguard the market from any bubble.
Okay. So this trend of buying for cash will continue probably. So you don't think that the proportion of the mortgage will increase somehow? So.
But remember, mortgage is applicable on the ready properties. Most of the launches being done, but developers are off plan.
A few years ahead, yeah.
And by the way, there is a lot of demand on the ready property. Actually, there is, I believe, more demand than the supply. And that's why you will see a major increase in ready properties value as opposed to the off plan. Because people want to buy and live now. People coming from Russia want to buy and live now.
Yeah.
Same with China, so on and so forth. So yeah, that market also will have its own share of increase in value.
So the secondary market, you think this year will be increasing?
It is increasing already as we're speaking.
Okay.
Particularly villas and townhouses.
What do you think about growing share in the market of buyers who want to flip real estate and who want to, make some kind of speculation on this market? So this share is growing like week by week. We are looking at a lot of projects off plan, of course. So people buy it and they think that they can resell it in a short period of time, and realtors say that it's possible to do with like 100% of ROI, cash on cash, using leverage, right? Like using payment plan. What do you think about how it could be affected the market soon?
Look, personally, I'm not very worried about that for two reasons. You would see the developers in general are more keen on putting constraints related to flipping. One of the simple ones is increasing the down payment. You don't find a single down payment in Dubai that's below 20%.
Yeah.
Or even, let's say, 30% in many cases. So that will partially safeguard from the danger of having someone that wants to flip but doesn't have the money. Second, some developers would put constraint on when to flip the unit. So there is a certain amount that has to be collected, which is obviously higher than the down payment. So after that threshold is being collected, then you can flip. And that will give a lot of safety for the market overall, the developer, and I believe also the consumer, because if something wrong happens with the market, that will have its own impact on the end user. Yeah, that model is there, but it doesn't worry me, because people that are entering into that model and looking to flip are people that are cash intense and has the ability to complete the value of the unit. Let's say if the market turns in a different direction and they cannot flip, they're not gonna just burn their properties for them to exit because under pressure. That happens only when people are desperate, they don't have the money, this is when they burn the value of property. I don't see this happening with the constraints being put by the developers nowadays.
Yeah, I'm just talking about expectations of people. People see in news and everywhere that the Dubai market is growing fast. This attracts more people who want to, to make some kind of speculations on this market, right? And this share is growing and growing. We detected some projects that I will never say, where speculation share is about 70% for now. On the beginning, of buying real estate. And in some cases, like I don't know what is the share of them, have they money or not, but I know a lot of people who invested like $200,000, and this is the last, this is money that they have, no more. And realtors say them that it's possible to resell easily, and they say, just don't pay me commission, I'm going to take commission from the next buyer. And it's like always, especially with Russians. Russians are eager to make a flip deals for now, and we detected it like with the system and data, and it's quite of scaring on some projects, on some areas that overvalued for now. That's why I ask you about your opinion about the bubble or not. I also think that Dubai is not a bubble for now. It's far, far away from the bubble. And the bubble, we think that the situation of the market when the pricing is so high and suddenly or soon is going to be drop, right, of the market. I don't think so. But some areas, I'm afraid some areas to invest for now. So they like boomed for 50-60% like in 1 year and less. And it's quite a lot for any market, especially in Dubai. With the volatility of the market that it was several downs, right, in the market. And people scared also. So it's like, I can say like 20% of investors are worried about the bubble. 80% of investments are gambling. And the rest investors understand the real market value and the Dubai value, sustainable cities, etc. All that Dubai have made for the last 20 years. And I really believe in the city. I really think that the next 3 years is going to be the wonderful years for Dubai, really. And this year, we projected that the growth of the market could be 46% more from the last year on the value of transactions. So I definitely agree with you, my friend. Definitely agree with you. And I know that you definitely want to speak about sustainable city and green power and all about it, because you're in green now. And we wrote your articles about it, and we know that you are a huge fan of this. Tell us a little bit about it. What do you think? At what date Dubai is going to be zero producing like carbon?
Look, this year Dubai is very much focused on the green living. Actually, it's holding the international conference related to green living. So their intention by this year is to set up the plan when Dubai is going to be a zero emission city. But the beauty of the way Dubai is tackling that topic is way deeper than the, let's say, conventional approach that worldwide people would think of sustainability, which is related to using alternative sources of energy only. Sustainability, let's start from the basics. What's sustainability, right? Sustainability has a very specific definition that has been defined by the United Nations back in 1992 during the Rio conference, where sustainability has been defined as follows. 1, it shall help people in preserving local social habits, building on local economies, and preserving local ecosystems. The third is the most popular, but people miss on the earlier two. And I like the comprehensive approach by which Dubai is approaching sustainability, because it's adding a lot to the commercial value of the real estate market and to the end user. One of the good examples is Sustainable City, where you have almost zero service charge there. And that's being driven by the following. Dubai has a very smart infrastructure system that's not available in many countries here in the region. When I say smart, it's allows people to inject power into the system, not just taking power from the system. And there is a trick with power generation, because during the day you produce the most in solar panels because of the sun, obviously, but to consume the less, because the most of the consumption in residential households happens at night. So there is a difference between the peak of production versus the peak of consumption. The way to sort this out is to allow people to inject on the system the power, because people would tell me, okay, they can use batteries. Batteries are currently, in the current technologies, very inefficient. It doesn't exceed 60 to 70%. So you inject during the day the power production, and you have a surplus that you can consume over the night. And that would actually almost eliminate your power bill. Plus, back to the issue of the economic sustainability, where a lot of retail spaces is being introduced in communities like Sustainable City, and those being sold as part of the public amenities. And revenue generated out of those retail is being used to support the overall community.
That's super interesting.
So that almost eliminates your service charge. And this approach, comprehensive approach, I'm using this as an example obviously, that Dubai is approaching sustainability will make sure that not just we are achieving the utopian principles of green living, but also it's tackling the pragmatic financial dimensions of sustainability that are key for any developer or investor.
But is it possible to scale that sustainability approach like to the larger city of Dubai? Because seems that for now it's applicable to kind of a smaller communities. So, but when we talking about the large areas with the high rises and stuff like that, so could that be implemented, this approach, that as well?
Pretty much, for multiple reasons. One, what are the major sources of energy consumption? You have cars, and most of the trips usually are done for people to go to work and come back from work. And Dubai has probing co-working spaces and probing work from home programs, particularly after COVID. That will reduce the number of trips being generated to reach the work and come back from work to the house, which will help a lot in this area. Second, another thing that is helping, which is basically using smart systems for delivery, like using drones for delivery, using drones for taxis that are very energy efficient. And that will help a lot in reducing the carbon footprint.
Yep.
In addition, as we all know, Dubai is very much encouraging electrical cars, which is also another dimension, or hybrid cars.
What do you think about self-driving cars and how it could affect the market?
Look, I think that will change the market in a drastic way, and it's coming, by the way, because it's becoming more and more easy. There is a trick with self-driving cars. Currently, because of the technology of the GPS, there is, a certain margin of error when it comes to identifying locations. Self-driving cars works in the following system. You need to have proper delineation for the road, so the car itself will read its boundaries, define it, and work within it. Few years ago, when I was working on King Abdullah City for atomic and renewable energy, that technology was still being under R&D stage. Now it's reaching a very developed stage. I wouldn't be surprised within the coming 2 years, self-driving cars will be there. And once this happens, definitely that's going to reduce a lot from the carbon footprint, because those cars are smarter, they consume less energy, and they produce less carbon.
Yeah, that's a lot of breakthroughs coming through.
Next question is yours.
Okay. Actually, there'll be a little bit of entertainment. So we saw your Instagram, so you have this challenge.
All your pictures.
Yeah, not only pictures, but some media. So this challenge. So when the investor has like 1 million dirham to invest in Dubai.
1 million dirham.
Yeah, 1 million dirham.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's your thought actually? So what will be like the best way to invest the 1 million?
What is the place to invest?
Maybe you have like some certain places in mind, those like instruments, or maybe some certain payment plans, But we don't want like all the hidden gems maybe you have in your head, but like in general.
We just try to teach AI to invest themselves. So
Probably Alexei has some thoughts on that as well, because we analyze quite a lot of properties here in Dubai.
Yeah, we're going to integrate your opinion inside the AI.
Yeah, so if you could maybe do some content to get on this topic, that would be quite fascinating.
And place it in Instagram.
That'll be interesting.
Look, it depends on a very important factor before we discuss the area. It depends on the income stream of the buyer. Is this 1 million dirham the only thing that he owns? Or is it something that he owns but he has an income stream of X value per month, and that part of that he can chop off part of that to allocate it for investment? Assuming that the 1 million dirham is not his only the only value that he has, and he's able to add to that across the time, the obvious option would be taking a mortgage to buy something ready with like, let's say, a couple of million dirham. I would highly recommend Business Bay, honestly.
Really?
Personally, I bought 2 units in Business Bay last year. That's how I strongly believe in this
That's
one.
interesting.
And what is the ROI for now?
I'm doing in holiday homes around 10%.
10%.
Yeah, because I know which area I picked up and which the right product.
So what's the area? What's the area in
You should launch
business bay?
Instagram courses, on how to buy some properties in Dubai with 10% ROI. You'll make a fortune.
You can say me the address and I'm gonna evaluate it in 10 seconds.
Oh my God! Challenge accepted.
No, for sure.
So the whole
if you want to sell it and you want to know the price a lifetime,
actually, I think the Realiste could help with that.
yeah, we can do it right now.
If you could have this
Yeah.
intention.
Do you want?
What? Do you want to share the value of the unit now?
Yeah.
We can do it actually.
Yeah.
Okay, we have 2 units.
Can
You
we
want
have
the
a
number?
laptop, or you can do it?
No, just same as address and square feet and that's all.
Okay.
Give me a second. I'm gonna record it so we can show.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's start with the first one.
It's gonna be interesting.
Let's take one for as an example.
Okay.
You know Reva building?
Yeah, I don't know, but I suppose the system knows.
Sure.
Let's try.
That'll be interesting.
Say again, please.
Reva, R-E-V-A.
R-E-V-A.
E-V-A. Yeah?
Riva. Yes.
That's the one.
Okay. Let's see this place.
Yep.
Let's go. Square feet,
It's 425.
25. So studio,
No, it's a 1 bed.
1 bed. 425, 1 bed. Good. Do you remember the handover date of the building?
It's a ready unit.
Yeah, but handover is the date like 2019.
Last year.
Okay, 20.
22.
22, 1 full bath, and the condition of the home is like this or better,
So that's
Yeah, it's better. I furnished it by myself. And
like this,
Yeah.
like super luxury thing.
Yes.
Let's go.
super luxury.
Let's see. What do you think the price is now? The liquid market price?
I think it's around 750 to 800, depending on the level and the view.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what the AI could think about it. 740.
Okay, that's close.
Okay.
Yeah, and what is the rent appreciation? So if you rent out it for 1 year, contract is 65,000 a year. So you probably have approximately.
Makes sense because
same.
I'm leasing it as a holiday home, so
Yeah.
you get a better rate.
Okay.
This is your apartment, and now you can add it to your portfolio. And now it's in my portfolio because it's my application for now, but it's gonna be your portfolio live. So this AI estimates daily your apartment for rent and for sale.
Because you mentioned you have a bunch of those properties.
Yeah,
that you
that's
have.
true.
Yeah, and you can make your portfolio is for free. And you can see daily what's happening with your portfolio in prices and rent estimations right now. And it's going to be up or down, etc.
Depending on the market.
Yeah, but it's now live. Like a stock market, you can see daily what's happening with real estate.
When you went live with it,
It's already live, but it's like in beta. So
beta version,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm going to send you the link and please use it. I'd be happy if it's
I
going
will,
to be
and
helpful.
I'll send you my view on it.
Yeah. Please make it not so risk critic.
Just as a doctor, please be, like patient.
Yeah,
patient.
No
Calm,
problem, no problem.
AI is still young. It's still young, but it's gonna be better soon.
We don't want it to be surgered, like from the beginning.
Like a doctor.
Like a doctor. Don't make an amputation. And Alexei, what do you think? Like, if someone has like $1 million dirham to invest, do you have any recommendations in mind?
I'm gonna give this money to this guy because he has 10%, 10%
10%,
ROI.
right? It's pretty incredible, actually. So
Yeah, he knows what to do with money.
we didn't see those figures like for a while, so that's really impressive.
Look, there are opportunities now in Dubai. You need to find the right location and wait for the right price, and
Okay.
that opportunity is there.
And what was your approach when you picked up those locations to?
I'm patient, very patient. And obviously, I know the market because I'm the industry. So I check every day whenever I see the right price.
Okay.
And I know that's going to make me the ROI that I have in my mind, I'll make the move.
Maybe, Alexei, we can do a product which can, deliver some notifications when, someone looking for a property with certain
That
ROI.
will be cool, actually.
Yeah. It'll just pop up, and you just can.
Because Alex, in this
transaction.
case, usually that's exactly what I do. I search manually on daily basis because I have a specific number in my head in a specific area. Once I see this number, I make the move. So if the system will look for me for that number on daily basis, it will tell me, you know what, that number is available in that unit. Immediately I go and check it. Smart idea, I like it.
It's done. It's already done.
It's in the system.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to send you the link. So it's going to be the map. You place, I want 10% ROI for rent. What is the best apartments in Dubai right now? Click, you're going to see 5, 10 the best.
Yeah, so you
Off
can
plan,
pick up the budget, area, whatever.
It's already done.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to share with you all the, yeah.
So maybe you're gonna have an ambassador.
Maybe you can train it.
Oh yeah, train it. Actually, that's great because you're like the guy who goes to the gym. You're pretty frequently. So if you can train our model,
Yeah, if you can train yourself, you can train AI.
makes sense.
that'll be cool. Okay.
Let's go next question.
Okay. But maybe you want to talk about something else
Oh yeah.
that we didn't.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I want to talk about a lot of things. But most of all, I want to ask one question. What is the best to buy for investors right now? Off-plan or secondary market? And why sometimes the same building, secondary market cost cheaper than off-plan for now? This is a question that a lot of investors asking.
It's all the game of numbers.
Yeah.
So there is no general answer like off-plan is the best.
Yeah, for
Or
sure. For sure,
radius.
for sure.
It depends on the numbers.
Yeah.
There's no emotions in that. So if the price is right and the RO, and by the way, I would like to discuss an important detail that I talked about in my videos on social media. People should not only look to the ROI, need to look also to the ROE, return on equity, not just the return on investment.
Sure.
So once you identify this and you make sure that you are getting the best possible rate in the market, make your move. And before you make a move, do your homework. Do your homework. There are 2 dimensions that you need to address before buying. One, comparables. Check the market. There are so many platforms available to check. And check also the data of DLD, Dubai Land Department. And check at which value the transactions happen. Because anyone can ask for anything in the market.
Sure.
It doesn't matter. You need to check at which value the properties has been closed in that area. So you will understand this area has this range, and you will understand the factors. How much you get premium for the water, let's say, how much for back units, you get the full picture. Second, you need to identify how you want to make the money. Do you want to make money out of appreciation of value, or you want to make money out of the yield, which is the rent? So based on that, you check the rent in this area if it's the ROE, or you check what has been the trend in increase of real estate value, the appreciation. And then you predict the appreciation is still going to go up by 5%, 10%, ROE we're going to be 5, 6, 10. Then you define which is the best product that gives you the highest return, and you make the move. That's the process that you need to go through.
So I like this idea with the ROE actually. Yeah.
It's common sense wisdom.
Absolutely.
Check the numbers and see ROI.
But for now, so you need to do all this work manually, and you can actually take into consideration
Not now.
quite.
I already will send. I will send them.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
It's okay.
Starting like an hour from now.
Yeah.
But for now, we still have this old school approach. So when you have quite a limited amount of data that you could take into consideration, because obviously you cannot, analyze hundreds of thousands of points of data because it's just inconvenient.
He has his own AI inside, machine learning.
Natural AI.
Natural trained.
Yeah, natural. So, yeah, hopefully Realiste product could give a little bit of rope here. And
Yeah, I
help.
hope
We'll
so, for
try.
sure.
That's interesting. Okay.
We are good.
Yeah, I think we covered pretty lot topics, like pretty hard ones. So thank you guys for attending. Thank you for having us here.
For you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a
Pleasure
pleasure.
to meet you, gents.
Thank you. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Good.